Hey, welcome to Technology Paul. Today we're going to talk about SiriusXM Radio. If you aren't aware, SiriusXM Radio is a satellite radio service that provides a wide variety of audio entertainment, including music, talk shows, news, sports, and exclusive content to subscribers across North America. Unlike traditional radio, which relies on local broadcast towers, SiriusXM broadcasts its signals from satellites, allowing for a much broader coverage area and a more consistent listening experience. Most cars that have been manufactured in the last 15 years actually have a built-in receiver for SiriusXM. That means you could be listening to it in your car right now, but there's a catch. Unlike traditional radio, satellite radio is a paid service. SiriusXM began operating its satellite radio service in the early 2000s, and despite being at risk of going out of business at times, it has found its foothold in the music and radio industry over the last few years. And in the last few years, they've taken their radio service beyond just satellites and have gone to the internet to offer radio, podcasts, and even video. I've done a deep dive on SiriusXM a few years back, and at the time I was trying to answer the fundamental question of whether it was worth it to have satellite radio in the age of streaming music services. Like, when we have Spotify and Apple Music, does it make sense to have SiriusXM? Let's explore that concept again with a fresh look at SiriusXM. Let's dig in. Let's start with the brass tacks, which is pricing. I think that anyone who wants to explore adding satellite radio is going to want to know what it costs. I'm going to break down pricing for both the US and Canada since the service is available in both places. The base plan is the all music plan at about $9.99 in the US. In this plan, you get 80 channels in the car and about 100 in total, including app-only channels. In Canada, the plan is slightly different as it includes some news and talk radio, and it runs for $16.80. If you want more news, talk shows, comedy, and sports talk, you can get the More Than Music plan in the US, which runs between $14.99 and $22.99 per month, depending on which add-ons you select. With this plan, you're getting roughly 155 channels in the car and 400 in total, including the app-only channels. In Canada, it's called the Music and Entertainment plan, and it runs for $22.80 per month. If you want access to everything, consider All Access in the US for $24.98 per month. This will give you roughly 160 channels in the car and a total of 425, including app-only channels. In Canada, the plan is called Platinum, and it runs for $28.80 per month. Now, it's called satellite radio, but as it turns out, you can get a streaming-only plan, meaning you can access the SiriusXM service on your phone or computer, but not in the car. In both Canada and the US, the all-access streaming-only plan comes in at $9.99 per month. So right off the bat, SiriusXM has a tough hill to climb, given that you can get a Spotify plan for $11.99. I mean, Spotify works in your car. Just connect your phone to Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and you're in business, right? Well, not quite. There are two key differentiators when it comes to satellite radio. One is the keyword satellite. Satellite radio works even when you don't have cell coverage, meaning you can continue to listen to your music even when driving through vast mountain ranges or desolate rural areas. The other advantage of satellite radio is that it offers a radio service rather than a playlist or song service. There's a certain ease to simply selecting a radio station and just enjoying what's on, or at least browsing channels until you find something you like. There's a decent amount of effort required to decide what you want to listen to on services like Spotify or Apple Music, especially in the car. You're driving, so you often don't want to spend a lot of time figuring out your music or entertainment. And that's exactly why I think these services are not necessarily competitors, but in some cases, complementary. Many people, including myself, have both satellite radio and a music streaming service. So since it works so well in the car, let's take a look at the in-car experience. In your car, you'll probably notice the satellite source option. That's SiriusXM. You'll need to be subscribed to browse any channels, but if you're not subscribed, you'll be able to see and pick the SiriusXM preview channel, which is channel 1. It essentially serves as a constant advertisement for you to purchase SiriusXM. But since I'm subscribed, I can see the entire channel list. You can browse through all the channels by simply scrolling through them. With so many channels, that might be a bit tiresome though, so you can also browse by category. In the category list, I've got pop, rock, hip-hop, R&B, dance, electronic, country, Christian, jazz, Latino, family, sports, MLB, NHL, college sports, comedy, entertainment, news, politics, religion, and since I'm in Canada, Canadian. Within each category, you can view the channels within it. Just like normal radio, you can also have presets or favorites. That allows you to quickly select or flip through your favorite channels. In my particular vehicle, I can select up to 36 presets. If I'm listening to a station I want to keep in rotation, I can select presets, choose the preset number I want, and then hold it down to lock it in. Some vehicles also offer advanced features like the ability to save favorite artists and songs. This allows you to receive alerts when those artists or songs are playing on any SiriusXM channel, making it easier to catch your preferred content without constantly scanning channels. I'm showing this footage from my previous vehicle since my latest one doesn't support this function. You'll need to see for yourself whether this feature is available in your car. If your vehicle doesn't have a built-in SiriusXM receiver, you can still get the service in your car by purchasing a vehicle kit. This kit typically includes a dedicated satellite radio receiver and an interface that connects to your car's sound system, often through the auxiliary port. This allows you to listen to SiriusXM through your car's speakers, even without a factory installed unit. So that's how it works in the car, but as I mentioned off the top, the satellite radio company has now moved on to the internet. Sirius has an app for smartphones and tablets, and it also works on your computer through your browser. Plus, it has direct integration with your smart home speakers. Within the app, there are several ways to navigate around. There's a Discover tab, a Channels tab, as well as a Search and a Library. Within Discover, there are categories on the top like For You, Music, Talk and Podcasts, Sports, and Howard, as in Howard Stern, Sirius's exclusive talk radio host who's massively popular. The For You tab provides you with recommendations for channels, music, and even talk show episodes. One of the interesting things about the app is that you can listen to past episodes of prominent talk shows, such as those from sports and news channels. They label it as shows and podcasts, which are available on demand. But essentially, you can browse through the recommended listening, channels, recents, shows, and podcasts and explore the different categories. The Channels tab is pretty much the same as browsing through the channels in the car, allowing you to browse all channels or channels within certain categories. Though in the app, remember, there are hundreds more channels available. The additional channels are usually even more niche than what's in the car, which means there's something for everybody. Like, you can listen to Alt Nation in the car, but in the app, you can listen to Alt Nation Advanced Placement, Alt 2K, Dad Rock, Happy Rock, and a bunch more. Most of the additional channels in the app are called extra channels, which are easy enough for Sirius to spin up. They're essentially automated channels that are programmed but not hosted. They're actually a great choice if you want just music and no hosts interrupting the tunes. In the app, just like in the car, you can browse the channel categories, but there are even more available to pick from, with options like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, classical, deep cuts, focus, global, happy, instrumentals, new music discovery, party, relax, sleep, workout, and more. Within each category, there are several channels, sometimes more than 24. It's truly staggering, really. In the Library tab, you can save your favorite channels, shows, artists, and sports teams. You can even download talk shows and podcasts and keep them in your library for offline use. But you're not limited to the app. You can also use SiriusXM with your Google Home or Amazon Echo devices. All you have to do is link your account. Once linked, you can use voice commands to control SiriusXM playback on your smart speaker or smart display. You can ask the assistant to play a specific channel by name. For example, play Pop 2K on SiriusXM. On smart displays, there's usually a visual interface that shows you what's playing and provides a few other channel recommendations. This is a really great feature because most of us have some kind of smart speaker in our house. It's definitely a big additional bonus included in the service. So what do I think of SiriusXM? Honestly, I actually think it's a great service. service. I think it's often overlooked by people because they already have Spotify or Apple Music, or because they just listen to FM radio in their car. But I also know most people who end up taking the service really enjoy it. You just get a different experience from your standard radio station, and a lot more selection. Plus, it's easier than finding something to listen to on your music streaming service. When you're in the car, you just want a hassle-free experience. On top of all that, you get the added benefit of listening to your satellite radio almost anywhere in North America, even in places where cell service doesn't work and no standard radio stations are available. And if that's not enough, you can also listen online through the app or on your smart speakers. The one caveat to my assessment is just that it's priced a little high, especially for the higher tier packages, which are north of $20. I do know that Sirius often will give out introductory offers or even loyalty offers if you ask, so it might be worth looking into. I believe they also have free trials if you've never used it before. But I'm not a SiriusXM salesperson, I'm just a reviewer who thinks it's a solid overall service. But tell me, what do you think? Have you tried SiriusXM before? Or do you have it? Do you listen in your vehicle, online, or both? If you're not a satellite radio user, does it interest you after watching this video? Let me know what you think in the comments. Lastly, I want to tell you about today's sponsor for this video, myself. I'm finally launching a YouTube channel membership program. Over the years, I've been grateful to build up somewhat of a subscriber base here on YouTube, and I know that some people might want to get more involved and get more out of their channel subscription. Plus, this type of membership program goes a long way to supporting my ability to make content. And I've made my membership extremely affordable. For just $2.99 per month, which might vary slightly from country to country, you'll get all this. Number one, you get a loyalty badge next to your name when you leave comments. The longer you've been subscribed, the cooler your loyalty badge. But you also get priority reply to your comments, meaning I will reply to all of your comments. But that's not all. Members get 24-hour early access to new videos, and I'll also be posting member-only videos from time to time. So if you have been a subscriber for a while, why not take things up a notch and become a channel member? All you have to do is click the join button below the video. Thanks for checking out the video. As always, if you found it informative, I'd appreciate it if you could click the like button. It will help more people find the video and it will help me out a ton. If you like technology and service reviews, click subscribe. I publish more content all the time, so don't miss out. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.